Hi guys and girls, I've been asked to make a video from some of you about minoxidil and maybe some of the side effects. Also on saw palmetto and some of the side effects to that. I've not had many if any, side effects myself. I've been taking saw palmetto for over a year. The minoxidil I've probably taken the last 3 months. I was taking the liquid version, but now I'm taking the foam version of minoxidil. So these are basically what I'm taking. The Regain version, which is Rogaine in the USA. And these saw palmetto tablets, I take 1 a day. A lot of you have been writing to me, and I've had quite a few, funnily enough, recently, just saying that they've been feeling really tired all the time. So I thought I'd look into it, and one of the side effects of minoxidil is tiredness. If you get this, leave a comment below, because it's interesting to find out just how many people do suffer these side effects, or could it be caused by something else? For example, we've had some of the hottest temperatures in the southeast of England where I live on record the last few weeks. That on its own can make you feel lethargic and very tired. So some of the research I was doing earlier on the side effects of saw palmetto and Rogaine, or minoxidil as it's known, they did say tiredness was quite a big thing as a side effect. Personally, I have actually felt a bit tired recently myself, but like I said, I've been doing a lot of exercise. I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I put it down to that. So a lot of the studies as well sort of say, you know, it could be this, it could be that. There doesn't seem to be tons of studies on it. The other thing I've been getting is some guys have been writing to me saying that they've had low libido or sex drive since taking Rogaine, the saw palmetto. So it's quite hard to find a study on this, and a lot of the studies say no, there's no link whatsoever. You know, there is a small chance if you take finasteride in a small group of people that get sexual side effects, but it doesn't seem to say it as much with minoxidil in official studies. But if you Google it, there are quite a few people who have said, yeah, I have had some sexual side effects like loss of libido, or they just loss of interest in sex in general, and a lot of these people have said that they think the minoxidil is causing it. I'm no doctor. I take it myself, and like I said, I have felt a bit tired recently, but I've not had tons of side effects. A lot of the Regain minoxidil side effects, they said, could be like heart palpitations or dryness of the scalp or that sort of thing. So have you had any side effects of any of these? If so, leave a comment. Did you stop taking them? Did it get better as soon as you stopped taking them? Did it take a few weeks or a few months after you stopped taking this? Those sort of things. It's quite hard to actually find data, because you know the companies aren't obviously going to tell you tons of things like this because they obviously want to sell the stuff. My scalp's fine taking the minoxidil. I put some on today. Only thing it does do is, because I've got hair there now, is sort of around the crown area where I put it on and on the top, it does make the hair sort of quite hard, like if you've had gel or something like that, a hair product in it. So some of the other things I've been asked, how did I choose the clinic that I went to? When I chose my clinic, there wasn't as many sort of resources around, or maybe there were, but I didn't have a clue which clinic to try. I didn't even know anything about hair transplants or about transplants in Turkey. I'd heard about it and I thought, sounds a bit dodgy. But the more I looked into it, then I found the Hair Loss Crusaders group on Facebook, which is brilliant. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have probably got mine done. On there, there's a whole host of guys that have had it done or thinking of getting it done. And now there's another group called the Hair Transplant Conquerors, which is another good group. So there's a lot of information around now, which it probably wasn't as much when I looked, because I had mine done in December 2018, but I booked mine in April 2018, So I'd been looking around for about 6 months before that on these websites, or the one website that was available then on Facebook, the group. So yeah, I basically looked on there, I asked questions to other guys that had had it done. A lot of people on there are really helpful, they give you a lot of feedback. Then you send your photos off to the clinics that you've chosen, and they'll give you like a quote, and they'll tell you how successful they'll think it will be and how many grafts they think they can get. So in my case, they said they thought they could get, I think, 3,000, but in the end I had 3,300, which included 500 beard grafts from under the chin there. So yeah, my reasoning for choosing my clinic was, at the time, some of the before and after photos I saw of some of these guys, they had amazing results. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to get some results like that. If I can, it would be amazing. So yeah, a lot of guys had good results from the clinic I went to, so I thought, yeah, I'll go for it. Probably should have asked more questions and things like that, but no, I was happy with it. I was happy with the operation. I'm happy with the results. So that is how I chose my clinic. My advice would be just read up, do your research, narrow it down to ones that are in your price range. Look at before and after photos of guys that have been, or girls even, a lot of girls get them done now. People that have been there, look at their photos, if they got good results, and as long as you got like sort of 90% of the people are happy there, you're always going to get some that are maybe more fussy or maybe didn't get a good result. So you've basically got to choose a place when you're happy with your choice and just stick with it. You'll get other people who say, oh no, you shouldn't have booked there, or this one's better, this one's cheaper, this one's had far more happier customers. You're always going to get that, so just book somewhere and stick with it. You know, as long there's a website called Real Self as well, which has got a lot of the doctors. Some of them answer your questions on there. They also have reviews of clinics. So yeah, just go for it when you've found somewhere that you're happy, and just stick with it. I've got to try and stop waffling because people are saying I waffle too much and don't stick to the subject, but it's quite hard when you're sat in front of a camera trying to come up with things off the top of your head. I write a few notes down in front of me, but sometimes I do go off the subject. That's about it really. It's just a little update. Some people have been asking me questions about my personal life more. What do I do outside of hair transplant videos? I like fitness. I go to the gym quite a lot. I do jogging in the morning at the moment since I've been out of work. I start a new job tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be, well, by the time you see this video I'll probably have been in the job for a while because I'm not releasing this video just yet. What else do I like? I like 80s music. I go to quite a few 80s concerts and 90s concerts. Recently went to one called Penfest, which had the Happy Mondays. That was cool. There's one near me in a place called Henley-on-Thames, which is the Rewind concert. It's all sort of 80s music, so I'll hopefully be going to that in, I think it's the week before the bank holiday weekend in August. I think I'm only doing the Sunday this year, but there's a lot of people go there. If you go to that sort of thing, you spot me, come and say hi. It's always nice to meet up with people that have had their hair done or thinking of getting their hair done. If I can answer any of your questions, I will, but don't be shy. So yeah, I'll probably be down there. 80s films, I like watching films. I've got a drone, which I don't fly hardly ever these days, but I used to fly quite a lot. Most of my time is taken up working or making videos. I like cruise ships. I go on a lot of cruise ships, whether it's a lunch, a one-day cruise, a two-day cruise, which I've done a one-day one this year and a two-day one. And yeah, travel is my main passion in life. Travelling anywhere, literally. For me, going on the train up to Manchester for a day is just brilliant. I love anything to do with travel. I've been lucky enough to travel around the world. I've been to every continent, I think, now, apart from Antarctica. I plan on trying to visit near enough every country in the world that's sort of safe. Plan on going to Hawaii, hopefully this year, towards the end of the year. But yeah, anything to do with cruising or travel, love it. Last year I was lucky enough to go to Canada and the Rockies. did a cruise from Alaska down to Canada, which I'd highly recommend if you ever get the chance. I've been across America on the trains, driven sort of loads of America. I've driven the Canadian Rockies, driven all around Florida, so anything like that, any travel I love. I'm really into looking for bargains. So basically I will know places I really want to go to, like at the moment it's Hawaii, and also I'd like to go to Tokyo because I've never been there. So I have these places in the back of my mind, and I'll just keep looking and looking sort of every few weeks to see if a deal comes up. If a deal comes up, then I'll go for it. But I just sort of keep these places that I want to travel to, and you just sort of, yeah, like I said, just keep looking. And eventually, hopefully a deal will come up, which will be a good price. Like I said, this is just a small update. People were asking about the Rogaine and the saw palmetto. So leave a comment if you've had any of the side effects, or if you got any questions about it, or about hair in general, or anything. Leave a comment and I will try and get back to you. One thing I would say, if you're choosing a clinic, you know, you'll see reviews on Google, you'll see reviews on YouTube, and the clinic websites obviously will have photos. Just bear in mind that they're not going to show you a bad photo or a bad review on their own website. They're going to show you the best they've had. So take them with a grain of salt. Basically, you know, don't rely too much on the actual websites of the clinics, I would say, because they're only going to show you the best reviews. Use websites like Real Self, Hair Loss Crusaders, the Hair Transplant Conquerors, and just look at guys before and after photos there, and girls even have put photos on now. So check those out. With YouTube, you know, if it's individual reviews by like individual people and not sponsored by the company, then yeah, they should be pretty cool. Check those out. Just do as much research and check out as much as you possibly can. That way you'll, you know, sort of be happy with your decision then. But if there's any questions I can answer, just leave a comment or message me on Instagram. I'll leave links below to Instagram and my other pages, and I'll also leave links to my Amazon page. Alright, cheers, bye.